Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It is time for your reading. This is your elemental read, and I am going to be doing two of them today. This is the first one. I'm going to separate them by video. That way, that way you don't have to waste your time watching through one to get to the other one. But anyhow, the first one I'm going to do here is the year of the Earth Dog. Okay. So if you're an Earth Dog, this is your read. So the Earth Dog talks about stability. So your stability is going to be tested this coming year, Pisces. Okay, this year is going to push you out of your comfort zone, and it make you feel a little bit vulnerable, a little bit, But the thing about it is when it pushes you out of your comfort zone, it's gonna show you what you're made out of. It's gonna show not only yourself, but it's gonna show other people, exactly what you're made out of. And so this is really good. You may feel pulled into situations that you didn't ask for too. So you may need to make a stand. Especially where morality or professionality goes. So be very professional, Pisces. And now this coming year is going to also give you a little bit of pressure to move faster than you may like. Okay? It's because it's a fire. Fire builds up pressure and, it builds up heat. Yeah. Now, as far as career and money goes, cautious wins over flashy. So be very cautious with your money, Pisces. The fire horse energy will tempt you to take a risk, all right? But the Earth Dog does the best by refusing shortcuts. So in other words, don't try to take a shortcut, all right? Don't take any shortcuts this coming year. All right. And basically, when you do that, it's going to show not only yourself, but the world, your leadership roles. And, like I said, it's kind of like one of those years where you're going to be kind of tested. Now, money's going to grow slowly, but not real quick, okay? Not solidly, especially through long-term contracts. So, just keep a steady pace, pace things out. Your money's moving slowly, but, not real fast, okay? So, make sure that you're protecting yourself, It says also here to look out for too good to be true offers. Yeah, so be careful with that. Also, it says you can make a power move and say no. Yeah, or you can say yes strategically. So if you're using strategy, that's when you want to say yes if it's going to be a bold move. So, this coming year is going to bring blunt honesty and sometimes uncomfortable, weak or one-sided relationships, that might get exposed. Okay, something like that might get exposed. This is talking about shared responsibilities, mutual respect, and standing together under pressure. Yeah. Now, if you're single, there could be some attraction here, but trust builds slowly. The best connections come from shared values, shared values, basically, yeah. This is a character year of the Earth Dogs. You may be tested on loyalty, boundaries, and integrity, and you may also be walking away from chaos, even when the tempting levels, you're going to be facing some temptations for sure, Pisces. This is not going to be a really super easy year. I'm going to tell you, but it's going to be a very powerful year. And at the end of the year, you're going to come out with more authority and much clearer boundaries. and feeling much more financially and emotionally secure. So I really like this. Now I'm going to break it down here by the month. And February, sudden movement and pressure. Things start to move fast. You may be pushed into action before you're ready. Sometimes this will test your boundaries early. So this is what you can look for in February. March, balance, emotional recalibration. Your tension will ease slightly. And this is a good time for repairing relationships or renegotiating. It's also a time when you regain your footing. The best move in March is diplomacy and avoiding an uncomfortable truth. Now, when we get to April, the theme is power, authority, and tests. All right. So big personalities may surface. You may be challenged to work on something publicly. It's also talking about standing firm in matters more than being liked. So stand firm. Stand firm on things that you've done. Stand firm on what you've created. This is really kind of like saying, integrity. Your integrity could be tested, but your integrity is going to win over any power struggles. So if anybody gives you any power struggles, you have the integrity to win over this, okay? And that goes by, when May comes around, using strategy and quiet control. Yeah, I like the strategy and the quiet control. And it's a really good month for planning and also contracts. You're going to be able to see moves clearly and talk less and think more. So, like I'm saying, use long-term strategy there. In June, this is going to be a really intense month, okay, for you guys. It's kind of like the pressure cooker, because it's a fire year. Peak firehouse influence, chaos, urgency, emotional overload, burnout. So be really careful to pace yourself, especially in June, because you could face a burnout risk. Yeah. And this is really kind of important because how you handle June sets the tone for the rest of the year. So make sure that you realize that, okay? Yeah. Now, July is looking pretty good. Recovery and grounding, emotional release after June, of course. Support appears, and this is a good time for home, health, and stabilization. So I like it. This is a month. July is a month for rest and reset. Yeah, and don't feel guilty for slowing down. Okay, don't feel guilty for that. If you got to slow down, slow down. It keep you from burning out. Now, when August comes, this is a problem solving, clever solution emerging. And you may be asked to fix what others can't fix. Yeah. So this could be like maybe networking or something. So the best move in August is to stay flexible. September is going to be clarity and results. So accountability arise, recognition for consistency, and financial or legal matters will move forward. And so the best move during this month is to get everything in writing. Right? Especially if you're dealing with anything legal, make sure that you're getting it in writing. All right? Now, October is authority and validation. So you're going to be totally in your element here. This is good. The decisions that come are going to favor you, and respect. You're going to gain more respect. Wow. So claim your authority in October. All right? Claim it. Now, when we get into November, it's talking about reward and relief, emotional and financial ease, enjoyment returns. You're going to start feeling lighter, And the best move is to receive without feeling guilt. And just watch out for excess. You know, don't overeat or over drink or over anything. Yeah. And that's in November. So finally, when we get to December, you know, you'll be planning for the future and making more strategic moves, you know, planting seeds for the next year. So, you know, you'll be budgeting and making sure that everything is all straightened out for you in the upcoming year of 2027. So there you have it, you guys. I want to pull a couple of runes out here and see what else is going on here. You know, we got Elhaz. Okay, it's in reverse. This is talking about feeling vulnerable. So this year you're gonna be feeling a little bit of vulnerability. All right. But this is also kind of needed. It's like stepping out of your comfort zone, you know. What else? Inguas. So this is like some sort of gestation, you know. So this coming year, you're going to be planting seeds. Yeah, you're going to be planting seeds and they're going to take off. Yeah, this is really positive. This is kind of some sort of gestation. Barkana. Barkana is a good rune even in reverse. It just means that you're going to run into some delays. There's going to be, you know, delays this coming year. So expect delays and expect this year not to be really all that too easy, but you'll come out ahead at the end. All right. And it's not really a bad year. It's just kind of like a, you know, it's a year full of pressure because it's going to force you out of your comfort zone. All right. But you got good things coming with Inguas right there. That's really good things coming. All right, you guys. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do more readings. I don't know what I'll do yet, but yeah. But this is for the Earth Dog. So yeah. Well, there you have it there, Earth Dog Pisces. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, bye for now.